I don't know. Yeah, but this is for some time in the future when I have time. I make heavy use of these markers. So I have default method marker set up here in the Vim comment, so that I can fold, in theory, only this set of bundle away because it's not that interesting. And have these things. Okay, I tried to, not for this presentation-ish thing, but in general have things a little more organized. Yeah, this, actually I'm more and more learning the netrw, which is better just to have this :ex command for having a file explorer. This is, I still have Skype, okay, sorry. And I try to use this one because I am on servers a lot, and there you don't have all the plugins I have. So I'm trying to get away from nerdtree.
There's a new plugin from Tim Pope, which maps
Pope tree? Sorry. Go ahead.
Pope Mobile.
What?
Pope Mobile.
No. Which uses netrw and maps it to minus to open the tree at the current file.
Okay.
Something like that.
Yeah, I'm trying to get away for things like that from special plugins. Not because those plugins are bad. I like nerdtree a lot. Because I even have a special mapping for that to have it here. And no, I don't want to do this.
Probably don't want to do this.
Yeah, probably. It's kind of inconvenient that MD and comma D is so close to each other.
Maybe you need a different mapping for comma D.
Yeah, maybe. This is the first time I ever mistyped it, so maybe not. But yeah, if I'm on some machine, then I need to really stick to the base things of things. So I really try to learn all the
It's far
basic
lighter
things.
than nerdtree. It's just a kind, just some mappings to invoke netrw W on.
Do you know the name of it?
No.
Is it
Cool.
vinegar.vim?
Vinegar?
Vinegar? Yeah.
Could be.
It's vinegar.
Yeah.
That's by Drew Niels, this oil and vinegar algorithm.
Yeah, but there.
Having drawers on the left and right side.
Yeah.
Tim Pope's name is key.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I think I've heard of T-Pope once or twice in my things. I tried Control P and I installed it, used it for maybe a day and never since. So I just deactivated it. I think I will delete it soon.
Why did you do that?
Not use it?
Yeah.
I simply forgot about it. It was maybe it's super useful and the best thing since sliced bread and chocolate, but
And it gets jealous if you don't use it.
yeah, I simply don't use it. So why bother having it in the editor?
So, but you're not programming. You're not working on a huge project.
I'm programming, but I have all the project in my mind, which is maybe not the best use of my brain cycles, but
It's also an efficient cycle, but like if you dip into new projects and I'm not really like.
then I'm basically host, yes. Then if I have a new project or one I'm not familiar with, then God be with me.
Like I'm actually, for new projects, I almost always export them with nerdtree and I try to get a feel of their layouts and go with that.
I mean,
I think it's, I don't know, different people have different.
For me, a control key is not for getting to know a project, it's just for opening the file fast. I exactly know where the file is, but I don't want to enter the complete path to the file.
yeah, I
You
use
can
vimrails
tap
a lot.
into your file and then
Yeah, I know what you mean, and probably I'm doing it totally wrong. I just never got into the habit of using it. maybe I should give it another try.
But if you use the Rails Vim plugin, you just enter our model and the
Yeah.
model name and stuff like that.
If I do Rails, mostly I do Puppet these days.
Yeah.
And yeah, I just open the 3 files I want, and I know where they are, and this little tabbing is not that much of an inconvenience for me. I'm not really an example or poster child for anything like that. I can try again. Maybe it's I'm missing out on something really great.
No,
here.
if it's not working for you, it's not working for you.
I don't know, frankly. I simply didn't use it. I used it maybe once or twice and tweaked it a little and then forgot about it.
Have you used Command T or something similar?
I never used TextMate.
No,
Or
that's also
anything.
for-
Oh,
for
this.
These are the worst names for plugins ever.
Okay, so
It's fast.
I never used a fuzzy file finder ever.
Okay.
So maybe I'm
And
just
not
on the right-
even MRU lists the most recently open files.
I think it's a good theory, but no.
This is actually sort of why I personally dislike Control P, exactly because I don't feel that MOUs are a good theory for me. Because every time I've tried to use it, I feel like I open it and let's say I type, I don't know, model user or something, and then it shows up, and let's say it shows up in the first line and then press enter and it's fine. But sometimes let's say I'm looking for something and it doesn't show up in the first line, it's somewhere inside. I need to either continue typing something and to get it to the first line, or maybe I need to use some other mapping to find it. And it requires feedback from me. It requires me to look at what it's showing me and then open that one. And for example, something like our model or whatever, I don't actually need feedback. I just type our model and type this tab and it's done. Of course, sometimes you don't have our model. I also use nursery sometimes for, let's say, I know that the file is a neighbor of the current file, let's say. So I'm in a CSS file and I know that the other CSS file that I'm looking for is the same, so I just hit mapping to open it in the nursery and go down. It still requires feedback, but usually when I'm doing this, it's when I don't know what file I'm looking for anyway. And I use tags and stuff like that. So it's not as structured. It's tricky, and I can see the value in Control P, but it doesn't fit with my brain.
Yeah.
I don't use Control P myself, but I use Command T for finding files in the past, and TMRU for accessing the most recently used files.
Well, I'm actually more leaning towards using something like Rails Vim for Rails projects, or for general projects, Vim projections, I think it's called, which is only extracting those mappings into a separate project. So I can just define my own way of going to like the features of my test setup of Puppet, or the manifests, or some template of some module and so on, which is specific only to Puppet, or something in a Django project, or whatever comes across. You never know. So something like this semi-structured, building up some knowledge between, so that the editor knows what kind of things to expect.
Yeah, basically, if you have, let's say, commands to go to a style sheet, a Puppet file, then Control P would guess that, because you would basically be typing the directory name, in this would guess it from that. But if you have these commands, it doesn't have to guess it. You can say, I'm looking for a style sheet, and then provide that information, or even still falsifying if you want. So I feel that it would be a bit more reliable. And I actually wanted something like Vim for general purpose projects for a while.
There is
Vim
projections is, I think, the latest one. It's not from TPO, but extracted from it.
I didn't take a look at it. Yeah, I should.
And it's so this is for moving around the thing I have in mind for some time in the future.
One note to Control P, the fuzzy finding of Control P is also seriously broken. So yeah, it's like there are better algorithms for it, and what they're using is just really poor approximation to also get the speed problem and Vim code. So sometimes you're trying to find something where you're just not able to find it, even if you have got a very near a close string, put in a very close string, but it finds you something completely unrelated because, for instance, the distance between the characters is not taken into account. So, so Control P is not that good, but yeah, I use it pretty often because, like, if it's very unique what you're putting in, it works.
Another great tip is Lusty Grab. There's Lusty Finder, I think.
Oh yeah.
But Lusty grabs your open buffers for something you type. So if you know a word or something special, it will narrow it down to the open buffers and you can go there.
I have buffer gator that simply shows you all open buffers, and then we can simply search in that.
Yeah, but not the findings, the contents of the buffer.
It looks in the contents.
Yeah.
That's pretty awesome. Okay.
Wow, okay, I never had that problem, so most of the time I know where I want to go because I have this pretty focused kind of work. Luckily, I mean, if I ever am in the situation where I need to get into a new project fast and be tossed into the water, I need to orient myself, then I mean, the first thing I would do is like open up a nursery or just browse through the directory through some, mouse interface, so I can click and play with it like in a haptic way and have some click feedback, so to speak, and then open random files and see what's in there just to get a feel. And then I think, need something like searching inside the files and everything.
Yeah, it's more like if you drop the debugger invokement in some file and you want to remove it and don't remember which file exactly.
I have
You can
something
remove it.
for searching in all files, but that's coming way down.
Yeah.
I mean, this is having more lines than only 21.
Okay.
Okay, so for general extensions, I have the surround plugin, the repeat. Commentary is actually pretty nice if you don't know it. It's taking the syntax definition and derives the suitable comment from the syntax. So it's pretty extensible. It doesn't always choose the best one, but it works out of the box for sitting right here, actually. It's really fast to just say 2 backslashes and then then emotion, and if I have 3 backslashes, it's the current line. So it's pretty neat to have this. And if I encounter some new file, some new config file, which happens to me all the time, because in Puppet you seldomly write Puppet, you also write templates of all the configurations for Nginx, for Postgres, MySQL, and so on. And I don't know about you guys, but I don't want to remember how the comments work in all these files. Sometimes it's the the most funky one is actually vimrc. I just don't have to remember. So commentary is a nice one, and it works as long as I have a syntax plugin. It works. This is really good. Endwise is really good if you have trouble or don't want to write closing things for your functions and so on. As I write Ruby, a closing tag is end, which is 3 characters, and I just don't want to. Plus, the name is just hilariously good. The limit mate is, I don't know if you know this, I'm sitting not right in front of my keyboard.
Not the right
Because
angle.
you're not
Yeah.
because they're looking at the screen, you're looking at the monitor.
Yeah, no,
It's kind of confusing.
So I think I'm now sitting right. If I want to add something here and want to have parentheses, it's adding the closing one, and if I type over it, the right one, it's just not altered. I think this is something TextMate did forever, and I think it's just a good thing for me. It's covering most parentheses, brackets, square brackets, something like that, and single and double quotes. This is really good. Tabular is good if you have cucumber scenarios in any way, because it helps to align those, and it also helps if you have multiple lines with equal signs and want to have them aligned properly. I have a mapping to just
type in tabular lines. And then, tabular.
And say this, and the sign is aligned so that it's a table. And if I have multiple equal signs, it's getting a real table. And this is really good. And
Rectag.
I have some mapping for tabularizing even the hash rocket, I call it, which is good for both the equal signs and hash rockets. So this is a huge time saver for Ruby, and Puppet likewise. Rectag was, what was that?
Browsing tags.
No, it was the percent sign, which is for the matching parentheses. Works also for tags. So if you're editing some HTML and want to jump from the opening to the closing tag, Rectag is your friend and helper. I don't know why I put this one, and I don't know who this guy is, but thank you, Andrew. It's a huge time saver. I use it for Ruby mostly, and it's really brilliant. Some edge cases don't work, but
report them.
Yeah.
You can report them. Yeah, I have a list of edge cases that doesn't work, by the way. I have some really weird ones, and I try it every once in a while to fix
Basically, if you have an inline block and inside a hash, so if you have something like this.
Yeah.
And then here, then split join split doesn't work as I understand it, but this is not really. This is a so ambiguous case that.
Can you please explain what it actually does? Like
So if
way it works?
in Ruby, it's maybe.
It is only for Ruby, or?
It's in Ruby. It's well, I use it in Ruby. So does this now? If I have something like, let's say, this is some variable, and some array or something, and I want to map this, and map accepts a block, which can look like this, do elements. I'm not saying. This is endwise in action, by the way, and here is something like. And if I don't have this one, and want to write the block inline, then it looks like this. This way works, but if I don't have the space here and just write it out, because I just want to write it quickly, and then here and want to split it, it doesn't work the way I expect it to, which is kind of okay because it's a weird thing, and I'm just omitting a white space and so on. It's really an edge case. But split join is a nice one. Yeah, now it's I lost a pair of braces basically.
In one code, you don't only need to repeat a plus with a star somewhere because of the white space.
So,
it
but
might be this.
yeah.
It might be this.
Does this make the problem somewhat clear, or is it kind of an esoteric edge case for Rubyists?
The plugin itself is to split and
Join.
either split or join lines, whatever.
Okay.
In a
Turn a block into
In a one-line
to change a multi-line expression, which is this one, into the equivalent single-line expression, which works fine here.
Okay, yeah.
So sorry if I.
This would be, let's say, functions or objects. I have implementations for those. So if you have like a multi-line function call, you can just merge it into a single line. It's actually very simple for JavaScript if you think about it. Because the text is almost the same.
It's more like.
And also for objects, for example, if you have like a hash or something in Ruby, so something like a dictionary, it also works there. And So and this is also works for JavaScript. So if you have like a full bar or something, and you can merge this into a single
So
line. I should take care of the comma there. By the way, I've been noticing that for a while now.
But that's the same
it's-
as join, isn't it?
Hmm?
Here,
this is now.
Here it is. Here it is.
Yeah,
If you
this-
split it, however, there's not really a way to do this.
Oh, you removed the comma there. Oh,
I
nice.
do. I don't remember. I think there's an option for that because it's
Okay.
different people have different styles.
Yeah.
Yeah, and
I don't remember what I do with
it's
it.
funny because if it's in multi-lines, I want the comma there.
Yeah, and
because
if
it's,
single, it should be removed.
Your diffs are way better, but if it's in like this, the comma should
I
be
Yeah.
don't
gone.
want.
Yeah.
But I can remove it like this, I think.
It actually works. I didn't realize that.
Strip join commas.
Okay, but that's not the point of.
And generally this is pretty simple, but if you think about it, it can be kind of complicated for nested like hashes and stuff like that. And it also works for those, so that's pretty.
Yeah. But that's. But Andrew, thanks. You made it to general editor extensions. This is the most core, which I will most likely never change unless something happens. The super tab was something like allowing me to tab everything, tab complete everything. It didn't work with something else. I don't remember. It just broke, and I switched it back and learned to use Control N, which is as good. By the way, I can delete this.
Definitely, I got the same story. I used to use super tab, and then someone found out, yeah, Control N and P is the same. So
Yeah,
seems to break a lot of things.
super tab also does completion on the command line. So it also completes there some things, and I think something else completes there now. So I only use this Control N feature, which helped me if I'm on some other machine to just use Control N and have the basic editor. Yeah. As I said, I switched from Powerline to Airline with no real effect. Other than that, I had to repatch my font. Yeah, as I said, I work with Rails, so I use Vim Rails. I work with Cucumber, so no surprise there. I have sometimes some projects which are not Rails but Ruby, and they have a rake file, and then vimrake does something like Vim Rails without being Vim Rails, which basically means you have one command or something like that, and some proper highlighting for Ruby things. When you have a gem filing project, I recommend this one because it's syntax highlighting, basically for the source and for the Ruby gems, and I think the gem command is highlighted properly. If you're using Ruby, I recommend really this Vim Ruby because it's having the most up-to-date support for Ruby and bringing you all the support you want for different text objects, I think even. But basically it gives me a proper syntax highlighting.
Yeah, this is the basic, the core Ruby thing that comes. Except it's the master version of it.
And it's a newer version, of course. And I tried for a while.
Oh, it's not working. This is not working. RI.vim, Not if you're using change Ruby.
RI, for those who are not in the Stockholm syndrome for Ruby, this is the bundled help index for Ruby things. So I can look up there a definition of a method or something and get the documentation text from the source. And this plugin tried to emulate the Control K, Shift K thing. So if you have a normal shell script or something and want to look up the man page, you just press Shift K.
It works for Win too. You could try it here on bundle.
On bundle?
Yeah, and
Okay.
it should.
Well, yeah, except it doesn't have something.
It thinks it's shell.
It depends on the man setting.
But if I have, this is a bash script, and if I press here, big K, I get the man page for X render. which is neat. And ri.vim tried the same thing and tried to open or have the text in a separate buffers horizontally split, so that vertically split, so that I can see while I'm typing. And basically, I didn't. First, I didn't use it, and then as I wanted to use it, it didn't work. So I can clean this one up now. But the idea is good. dbxt allows me to query a database from within Vim, so it gives me the result set in a quick fix-like buffer, complete with tables and everything. This is pretty neat because it integrates with Rails Vim, so it reads the database configuration from the Rails specific files, and so I can just look up the table definition of something. Tail -f is good for tailing log files, so it's querying continuously the log file, especially the development log or something of your Rails environment, and scrolls the buffer, so I don't need to refresh. vimruby refactoring is nice for having things like extract this method or extract this variable into an RSpec lat definition. I still try to learn those things, but if you're programming Ruby, I highly recommend this one because it makes the common refactorings really easy. And I have some custom mappings because they decided to have it on R something, which conflicts with everything else. Yeah, I think I have it something else. We will see later. Yeah, for those who use Unix, Fugitive for Git, acvim for having search not with grep but with acgrep, which is a bit faster, and vimunic it gives me something like remove, which deletes the file. Let's press enter. Okay, deletes the file and deletes the buffer as well. And there's rename and things.
Move.
Yeah, and the common things you want to do.
On the link, which is the same as remove, except if you have a neckbeard, you use a link. Apparently, I think there's
unlink.
This is the documentation.
Unlink is there.
Basically the same.
Yeah, try help unlink. Help unlink. I just want to see if this was.
This is Zelda backwards.
Okay, no, that was different.
Yeah, unlink is the real one, and remove is just an alias.
Yeah.
As it should be.
Because I vaguely remember this was for remove, and unlink was same as remove, except if you have a neckbeard.
Okay.
But he may have changed it.
Yeah. Maybe you get this comment from also this one documentation. Then the obvious file types, sometimes I use them, sometimes not. After image, I think one time I showed it on the user group. It's if you don't like Photoshop or GIMP, just use them.
Question, the Puppet Vim is a separate repo, because I think also in the official Puppet repo there is also the Vim.
Just for the file types detection, or?
It's file type detection. It offers some syntax. It offers something. I added this a while ago, and maybe there's something better.
Yeah, I'm just using the file type from the official Puppet.
I think it could be this. I think this could be a mirror or something like that, because it often happens that people do mirrors for the official stuff, so that you could just add it as a Git module or something like that. To make it a bit easier. Yeah. It's like Golang has the same thing. In Go, you have some stuff that comes from like upstream, and there's like 5 different mirrors in it.
Yeah, and
including mine.
It integrates with snippets. It brings snippets along and so on. So I don't know if it's the official one or not. I happen to use it. Yeah, this is basically just feathers. Sorry, you didn't have to see this one. There is no PHP. As we all know, Drunil, I also use his text objects, which is if you're using Ruby, really handy to, especially in combination with the commentary plugin. I can now have this text objects are movements in a way, so I can have the prefix with \\\, AR to comment out the ambient Ruby block. And this is, if I want to just disable a function for a while, really handy. Doesn't work in reverse though, because a commented out block is not a Ruby block anymore.
Yeah.
Which makes sense, but GB to the rescue. And yeah, for snippets I use Snipmate. I don't know why, at some point it was vastly superior, and I just stuck with it. It basically allows me to have the source code snippets. For color schemes, I tried a little while everything, and I think right now this is the Railscast's color scheme, which just looks better than the TextMate equivalent, and I think that the Flash repository has this one built in, and so I didn't need my own one anymore. I don't know. Solarized I once tried, and yeah, it was a really nice hour, and then again went back to something decent.
High contrast again.
Yeah. It's always like most programmers. I tend to leave this one to high contrast. Yeah, those are my experiments. Which this is the productions thing I mentioned earlier. I mean to try it out at some point, but I have it here as a reminder to do so. Yeah, Niels is not here. I wanted to say that his plugin works nicely. I just need it seldomly, so it's just commented out. And those just tend to not work for me for some reason. Dispatch is doing...
It's a great video.
Yeah,
there's a great video, which is...
I've seen it.
The video has perfect audio-video syncing. It's good. Okay, those are my plugins. And there are some lines more. So for general settings, and be aware that I carry this vimrc since my Windows days, which is, I think, back when we paid in D-Mark here in Germany. Yeah, but it's grown. So this is just my personal set of things.
Well, 50 is short for history. Why not?
5,000.
This is back in the time when I said...
Does more people to find out what's
Watching porn with Vim? Yes?
Yeah, of course. No, that's actually a good point. This is just yeah, I have deep throat as ASCII porn, of course. This is one thing you shouldn't do, by the way. Don't document what it does. Document why you did it. And I failed at this.
What is to?
Yeah.
And prefix it with to do or something.
No.
Otherwise, you won't find it. Okay.
So,
yeah.
That's wrong with that.
We don't have...
Well,
Yeah,
I'll just
5,000.
Yeah, I'm
9001.
9001. Okay, then it's like 8,501 triple A. So
Yeah!
just to show off that I know
very
Vim.
well. I think that deserves a...
Yeah, I have read Practical Vim partly, so I know that one.
Okay.
Yeah, I know. I like to have all the status bar for to show the commands in the lower right corner, as you can see there right now.
What boundaries? Okay.
I'm a fan of LBR, and I also have set list set. Mode lines, for those who don't know, is the comments that you put at the beginning or end to override the file type or something like that. This is especially good for if you have templates for Puppet, which are Ruby templates, but should be highlighted as Apache configuration. So I put some comment in the beginning so that Vim knows to highlight it as both. which is possible. If you say set file type equals apache.eruby or the other way around, I never know. But with trying, if you just concat them with a dot, you can have multiple nested syntax highlightings, which is kind of crazy, but so worth it.
Did you shorten LBR for a purpose, or is there no long name?
It would be line break, I think. No, as I said, this one goes back to really times when I had even hair on my head. So
It works.
yeah, back then it worked. And this was at times when I was happy to save the thing with Control S. When I had still the Vim Easy things installed.
I would love to have Control S.
Yeah,
You can map it.
I
You can
have
map it.
mapped up to Control S when,
No.
when
Yeah, console, it's a stop.
Yeah. I put Control P on Control S.
Okay.
This is fun.
But-
This is fun, yeah. You have to make Control S, Control Q, and then you can type.
I have disabled these.
Yeah, but that would
How can you just
It can happen, but normally
It's such a
it's
fun
disabled.
mapping, how could you disable it?
Yeah.
It's like, oh look, nothing is happening. I'm typing, nothing is working.
It's like a screen lock.
later on.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm, as Rubyist, believe that spaces are better than tabs, which is, depending on your upbringing, totally wrong or totally right. In certain circumstances, I changed this later. Set hidden is a thing I have to thank Luca Peter for, or Gregor Schmidt. One of those two people sent a pull request to my vimrc.
What does
And-
set hidden do?
Set hidden allows me to change a file and go to another file, like abandoning this buffer. And
Without complaining that it didn't save
Yeah,
or...
it's
Yeah.
This seems like a really good idea.
Oh!
You're organizing a web meetup and you don't know.
Set hidden, no?
um,
It was always... Yeah, it was...
this is the basic.
Oh no, yeah.
But no compatible you need set in.
Yeah. Actually, in case you didn't see it, I started out with surprise. I actually want Vim. So this one. Yeah, UTF-8 for.
Okay, list. Yeah.
I use
Number.
list, and the list controls. I don't know what LCS stands for, but it controls the way that things are shown. So if
List
I
control settings.
actually have a tab here, it's shown as a tab. Spaces are shown as spaces, and
Yeah.
oops,
And Newland?
are not shown.
Okay.
And spaces at the end are shown like that. There are people who like to highlight that one as error, but that is a syntax highlighting which would need to go into a syntax definition of everything, so I didn't just do it. Yeah, as you can see, I use numbers and I use the wild menu. The min height is something I need to use later, because as you can see with the script I have also open, the bin second monitor. I have multiple vertical splits stacked like that, and it works for me, and I'm totally aware that it's not working for everybody. So if I want to split things, I want to see them both, I have to do some extra work, because if I change, there's an auto command to expand the current window to full height, and I have set hidden
Again.
twice.
Yeah.
It's
Just
really
to be
hidden.
sure, you know?
Yeah, it's
Really wants it.
Really?
yeah, set really hidden. Okay, I of course use this one for as vimdiff also, and I don't know what it does exactly. I think it's ignoring the white space changes.
It's an Apple thing.
And it's setting wrap, which I normally don't have.
Probably don't need the else clause there.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think I was trying to be complete.
Just say set hidden.
Maybe you could say else, don't
Drop it
do
in a
it.
try catch block.
Because Vim brought it says.
I'm just cleaning this one up. You know what the commit message will be, because Wim Dolan said so. I have no clue what this does. It just tends to work. They said. I haven't even tested. So this is from the university. I don't know where it is from, but it basically silences Vim if you do something. It doesn't flash the screen. It doesn't do something funky.
Rings the bells. Yeah.
It just does what I say in line 146. It keeps it silent.
Doesn't Visual Bell activate the flashing? Or?
Yes, but
It also disables the sound.
It disables the sound, and the visual bell is now just a blank space which does nothing. I never said that this is clean, okay?
You could remove this line and set no visual bell, maybe.
Then it's the sound. I think
Okay,
there was a reason that this exact combination did work on a Mac and on Linux. And as I migrated this one from a Mac to a Linux, I'm more than happy that it just works. Yeah, normally I fold by syntax, and I open the first fold level, which is good because then I get an overview over classes or something like that. For the vimrc, I set it specifically to have fold level 0. So this one is folded in completely by default, but everything else is set out one level. Yeah, as you can see, I have, this could have been an else if, but anyway. I have the backup directories here. Unix, by the way, matches Linux and Unix both, which is okay for me. So I have them not cluttered inside my project directory, but inside a special folder. And Vim handles overwriting those files with temp directories really well. I don't know what it does, but it just works. So as I said, I migrated from a Mac to a real operating system, from a Mac to a Linux. And yeah, yeah, this.
So
do you
your
know?
order was this?
Hmm?
Yeah.
This I changed this when I was on macOS, and I kept this when I had this Linux box because I was used to having comma as mapping leader. I willingly sacrificed the search again backwards thing. Sorry, I spoke to Drew Neal too many times. I didn't know back then that I did this, but I thought about it and said, okay, I will do this really seldomly, and if I do, I just go with 0 to the start of the line and with F forward again. I never said that it's sufficient. And yeah, the German macOS keyboard layout is not really friendly for Vim users. So if you have a Mac and a German layout, change anything about this. Either Mac or using, yeah, go to a different OS basically.
So when you first started with Windows, then you used the Mac, and then you went to Linux.
Yeah, that's evolution. And
Next Solaris.
Yeah.
I was actually playing with NetBSD in between.
Next option is dropping computers entirely.
Actually, yeah, I think
Program entirely with my mind.
butterfly programming, yes.
Yeah.
With the magnet, the pin, and the hard drive, so you can just.
That's an email.
Soldering programming, yeah, this would be even more cool. Yeah, okay. So syntax and file type should be no surprise. If you don't know what this is, just put it in your vimrc. You will be thankful.
And just another note,
Yeah.
because map leader and map local leader should be different, shouldn't they?
They are not by default, I think.
Just by your understanding of democracy.
Because it's useful to have local maps, but they need a different prefix. Are they default? Are they the same by default?
I think they are the same by default, but quite frankly, I wrote this when I was on OS 10. I didn't dive that deep into the details of this, and I just knew I needed to do both to have it consistent.
Yeah. And using comma for map leader and the default backslash for local leader.
Could work now that I have a keyboard that works.
The Hellfire says it could be equal. Also the same local leader and the map leader.
It can be equal.
Can be equal.
Yeah, on the default.
I don't see it.
I think with set options you can see it. No, just options?
No, it's just set, but you're not gonna see any options because these are variables.
Okay. Anyway, this works for me. I don't know the details. This is this sad thing about having a long history with your vimrc. You don't know every line, or you don't know why you have every line there. So next I have the settings for the plugins.
Okay.
This is basically a compatibility. Yeah, thanks for him to pointing that out on Twitter at some point, or somewhere, I don't know where. This is basically LaTeX. Yeah, if you are on a Mac, then grep is actually called ack.
Ubuntu.
No, on a Mac, it's grep is called ack, the other way around. On Ubuntu, this is called proper, or wrong, or whatever.
That's important.
Yeah, this is hopefully for historical reasons. Please. Yeah, this is net nursery. Yeah, I tried this one once. So this Andrew, you said have this CDing into your file. I tried this and I don't like it. So I understand why you did this, but yeah, as you said yourself, this is pretty specific to your workflow.
It's different.
Did I do this actually?
No.
You didn't use nursery, but you have this CD to this.
Yeah, but it only CDs it if you manually edit the directory, which I do rarely. And when I do this specifically because I want to get into the stuff.
Yeah, and this is something. If I edit the directory, I expect to have the netrw coming up, and not CD to the directory, but just the way I expected. This one is actually totally.
LCD, yeah. I know of it. I don't use it. I somehow can juggle it in my head because having the different directory on different, let's say, tabs or buffers, it's kind of
for CD, which LCDs to the same point.
Yeah.
That's useful.
And this, I use that one having local directories if I have different projects and different tabs, which is the only time I use tabs to have really different projects in the same Vim.
I also have got sometimes 5 different projects open, and so everyone is LCD'd into their current root, and then Control P also works. I like it.
Most of the time when I use a different project, I simply open another editor.
Yeah, same here.
And with the tiling window manager, it's the best thing for me at least. This is.
Using the ISO Vim as my window manager, like for all editing purposes.
I did this for a long time as well, but after having migrated to Xmonad, I don't feel the need.
Yeah, sure.
Because right now I have this setup like you see it here with one small window and one big window. Just that the automatic test suite runs in the small one, so I have the instant feedback there, and just edit here and save files and have this. My window manager take care of managing windows, though. Split join again. Who knows? I disabled those, and I will come back to those later.
Your own section.
Yeah, there's sections for everything. This is actually not needed anymore, I think, because I don't have Poland anymore. Those are the projections I use for myself, so I extended them already, and this is what I'm looking forward to doing in other projects as well with this Vim projections plugin. And those are really handy to just say. Yeah, it's kind of mind-bending and complicated, but there's I can recommend following the GitHub project of Vim Rails. because all the time people ask questions of or make enhancement suggestions which are already implemented.